Hey there guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with another episode of Spy Family. So, last episode, mostly Anya focused, Anya doing Anya things, and of course a little bit of more character development for Damien as well, which is always nice, and I think that's basically it, right? Because of the way that the last episode was structured, I did manage to catch a glimpse of the preview, which I generally don't do because I consider it as kind of sort of spoilers, but I saw it, so it is what it is. Apparently, in this episode, Yuri is going to make another appearance and also have some bonding time with Anya? Question mark. With that in mind, let's just get right into the episode. All right, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Ah, midterms already, eh? Top 2 scoring students. Okay, so right off the bat, definitely, I don't think they're gonna go for the bolts. I don't think Anya can go for the bolts. She's gonna get a failing grade, right? I think she's probably going to have to try to not get a failing grade. Why don't you just read his mind then? Oh, is it that? Yep. Can you though? There's gotta be a catch, right? Yeah, it's full moon. Oh. Oh. Is her ability somewhat tied to the phases of the moon? Huh. Well, this is an eclipse. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Are you Sailor Moon? Oh. Oh, I completely forgot about it. Man, I do wish they would go through her past, her backstory once again. Hopefully, it will be. Okay, Lloyd is using this exact same kind of logic that I am. Just make sure she's safe. Make sure she's safe. Oh, hurry up. Super siscon. Yeah. This is like this is like her dream scenario. And of course, you're just like, yes, alone time, sis. Because he just read, he just read, she just read his mind. Oh. Well, she says that anyways. Is Yuri actually someone who can teach someone? Oh, oh, he's actually smart. And you turned out to be a secret police. Basically everything. So, was it actually useful? Just going like that? Oh. No, don't bond. Oh, and it's not on the test. Yep. Oh. No leashes. Alright, how many boats is she gonna get? Daybreak. Oh. Is Lloyd maybe perhaps going to, like, change the tests? Yeah, I feel like Lloyd's probably gonna infiltrate and change out the tests, right? Yeah, if they're going through all this, all this fanfare of locking up the answer sheets and whatnot, I can see where this is going already. Wow, that's literally like a bank vault. Yeah. Hmm. I do wonder. I do wonder though, like, if at the end of this, he might find out. He might find that the Anya actually answered a lot of them correctly? Question mark. Yeah, so he can't do the brute force method. Nope. Oh, that's what daybreak means? Oh, this is from the east. Cool. Okay. I'm surprised you can actually figure out he's in your line of business. Is he going to... Nope. What? Mm. Yep, directly brute force. Okay, so in the end, Lloyd is gonna just end up cleaning up after his crap, eh? Uh, what kind of spy is this? What are you gonna do? Maddox? I wonder who he's altering. Ah. Now the question is he altering them to be correct? Or is he altering them to be wrong? I guess he just pretended to be. Yeah. Yeah. uh How does the spy's names reach the papers? Lloyd's like Alright, how is this gonna go? Oh my god. Right, so what exactly did he? Uh, oh, yeah, there we go. Don't forget about Anya's. Oh, it actually is passing. I'll bet it's actually passing. Number two, number one, number 11. And Anya got barely passing grades, right? 213. How many people are in this school again? Yeah. Oh, failing grade is 30? Yeah, I knew it. Because with a series like this, I think it's quite obvious they don't actually want to encourage people to cheat. So that was the most obvious kind of conclusion to it. All right. That was a pretty fun little mini arc, if you will. So, I will see you guys after this. Alright, so a fun little episode here, although somewhat kind of predictable, I guess you could say. So let's talk about it a little bit, right? So obviously we have Yuri. To be honest, I actually thought we would get a little bit more in terms of the Yuri scene and him trying to utilize this as a sort of opportunity to also ask about how things are between Lloyd and Yoru and whatnot. Instead, it really kind of went nowhere. We didn't really get to learn that much more about him. I mean, we already knew that he's basically a siscon, right? And we know that he's been enamored by his sister since a very young age. So I don't think anything that he's gonna say at this point is really all that surprising in a lot of ways. Especially since we're not really getting into the serious stuff. It's more like the comedy kind of stuff. So it is what it is. I mean, it wasn't really all that interesting, to be honest, compared to his maybe his other, like, heck, even the cooking one I feel like was a better representation of their backstory and their characters. Now, one thing though is while looking at this episode, one thing that actually kept on coming to my mind is I do kind of wish they would have went for a famous brother sister combo in the Japanese seiyuu industry. So Uchida Maya and Uchida Yuma, their actual like elder sister, younger brother, who have very good relations with each other as well. And while I was looking at their sort of interaction and whatnot, I kept on picturing those two in my mind, to be honest. And don't get me wrong, like Hamin and Ono Kensho, Obviously, they're both great voice actors and voice actresses, right? But I mean, it's just I feel like it would have been really, really funny in a lot of ways if that had happened. But it is what it is. So then I guess not really too much to talk about there. Then we get into the second one, right? The daybreak little mini episode here. So I thought that it was quite predictable in a lot of ways. So even the initial setup, I was like, okay, it has to have something to do with Lloyd infiltrating into it and trying to switch out the answers or whatnot. Although what I was expecting him to encounter wasn't necessarily like a rival spy and one that's quite incompetent at that with Daybreak. I was actually thinking more so that maybe I don't know, like just maybe being able to infiltrate into the school and also realize how ridiculous like the school takes security or how ridiculous a lot of the other questions are or things like that. Like definitely that was an interesting take on the situation, right? So that definitely helped keep the episode fresh instead of it just being something that was really quite predictable. And I feel like that kind of goes into the overall ending of this particular episode as well, because once again I feel like this is definitely a series that is trying to be it's trying to be positive, right? It's trying to in a way, like be a role model, if you will. In fact, I would say this series really goes into the entire it's really like just as the subject matter that it's touching on, like family and whatnot. And I feel like even more so than a lot of the other anime, like the shonen stuff nowadays, this might even be even more suitable for a family, especially with small children and whatnot, like maybe even children like not quite in their teens yet. A lot of people in the past were talking about how Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer, that seemed to be like something that's very, very popular with even young kids as well. But honestly, if you really think about it, it's not exactly a topic very suitable for young kids. This one, however, with the main character being a literal child herself, I mean, it's quite suitable. And with that in mind, I don't really just it could be small, it could be big, but it definitely feels to me to be much more of a positive and much more of a positive influence, if you will, if they actually showed Anya being able to continue to improve her grades and whatnot through her own volition, right? Not through cheating, not through having some sort of intervention by her parents, but really just herself being able to study and being able to actually make it, if you will. So one thing I do feel that they could have touched on though, which I do wish they could have done, is during that in the finality when it's revealed that hey she actually did make good grades, maybe also have some flashbacks, right, as to like how hard she actually studied and whatnot. Because in the previous one, in previous episode, right, the one with Yuri and whatnot, we only saw her, completely studying in the wrong direction with foreign languages and whatnot. But actually, in order for her to actually have this improvement, she needed to have studied and improved on her grades by herself. So I wish they would have shown just a little bit of that, even though, I guess in the end, the end result doesn't change, right? We see it, but I feel like for a lot of these series, it is even better if you could just show her doing what needs to be done, if you will. I don't know, like to me it's just it's not, it doesn't really detract from the moral of the story or characterizing Anya as a character, but I just feel like it adds a little bit, right? It turns it up to from like a 95% to a 98 or a 99%, if you get what I mean. So I do wish they could have done that just a little bit, just to show us how hard that Anya is actually working as well. And beyond that, well, not really too much else to say here, right? I do feel like, all the jokes and comedy aside, I do find it quite curious in regards to okay, so the Desmond brothers, if you will, they are actually being targeted, and is that going to be of significance or relevance in the future? I feel like it's kind of a I feel like it's kind of too big of a subplot to really just sweep away like that. You know, somebody who's actually trying to sabotage someone else's child's grades. Like, think. Mm, but what can I? Maybe I'm overthinking this too much. I mean, Lloyd certainly made the conclusion that it could be like just a business rival or something like that. But I don't know. The fact that they actually took the time to do something like this, I feel like. Well, then again, Daybreak is quite incompetent, right? So it's not like this is turning anything into something very serious. All right, whatever. And that's beyond the point. We'll know when we get there. Anyways, quite an enjoyable episode as well. It turned out it started off predictable, but they added some unique twist to it, and then it ended on, of course, a very positive and uplifting note. So that is all great. So, anyways, that is it for this episode. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.